Hello everybody, and thank you for joining my channel. This is Krista Lynn, and I am continuing my thoughts on the month of June 2014, and we're going to be talking to Leo. So Leo, you guys have been going through a lot. You guys have been really going through a lot. And remember, when we're looking at a specific month like June, that's just one, page on the story. There's been a whole story going on here, and it started back, like I've been talking about, when Saturn moved into Scorpio in October of 2012. So we want to take a look at what are the water signs doing in your chart for the month of June and in the big picture. Right now, Saturn in Scorpio is retrograde in your fourth house. That is your home. That is your childhood. That is your foundation of who you are. Scorpio has been bringing a lot of truth there, a lot of hard lessons, a lot of scenarios, a lot of confusion. It brings reality, and it's not just your reality, but everybody's reality. And the reality is that, we all see life through different perspectives. And sometimes in life, we see it through our own perspective and can't imagine that anybody else could see it differently. And then we find out that they do indeed see it differently. And this is the time, the last year and a half or so for you, actually, the last 2 years for you, these things have been coming to the surface. We also want to take a look at Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces retrograde, actually starting June 9th, in your 8th house. So, these water signs have been in your 8th house, your 4th house, and your 12th house. And we'll talk about your 12th house in a minute. Your 8th house, gosh. A lot of us are having our 8th house lit up. This is that area, that deep area, our psychological makeup. And Pisces rules that house in a Leo's chart. And, Pisces is watery. It can bring delusion. It can bring duality, the high of highs and the low of lows. With Neptune being retrograde there, it's really going to take you into a deeper place in your 8th house. The areas of your life are going to come to the surface, the hidden areas, even deeper. Retrogrades go down and they dig around and they bring it out. But Neptune is like water, and it comes in waves. And it's flushing through that 8th house. It's also desiring to bring healing. There's a lot of healing available during this 5 months if you're willing to look deeply, and it's hard for the Leo because they want to look at the optimistic, bright side of things. Feeling good about things is what's comfortable, and having to kind of get down in the watery the watery aspects of life can really put your fire out. So if you feel like your fire's been out, take heart, because I've got some good news coming your way. With Jupiter being in Cancer for the last year, we're literally on the last month, the last 5-6 weeks of this year-long transit. And when we think of Cancer and we think of the moon, we do think of Mother. This is the time when you've been looking at not only maybe who you are as a mother, but how you were nurtured. These are all themes that have been highlighted and brought to the surface. We always think of Jupiter as, good and expanding and teaching. But when we've been blocked, or if we've been blocked, then Jupiter pushes and brings awareness to those things. And it's all up to us on how we're going to allow these lessons to integrate into our life and be willing to look at ourselves and to look at others with compassion and understanding. With Neptune in Pisces retrograde in your 8th house, I really believe that there's a healing that can take place. I believe that it's a 5-month period of time, and it takes us sometimes several months to cultivate an area of our life, to look deeply within. Neptune is about healing. Neptune is about compassion. Neptune is about freedom. Look at alternative ways to get in touch with who you are in that area. You know, I always say get near the ocean when you have this kind of strong, intense planetary energy coming into a deep place like the 8th house. Watch for addiction. And I'm going to say this to all the signs. If you've battled with any kind of addiction, then when Neptune, the planet of addiction and delusion, goes retrograde, sometimes that depression or that depressed feeling, if you're not prepared for it, can want to pull you back in to escapism. And so be cautious of that. This is the time to really look outside of the box and look for healing. Look for a different way to resolve these things that are heavy on your heart. Be open. Don't close down. Not now. Jupiter is moving into Leo in the end of July. You guys are going to start feeling your energy again. You're going to start feeling that drive again. And when Saturn leaves Scorpio at Christmas time, yeah, there's going to be a huge weight lifted off of you. Prepare. Take this time. You're almost there. You're almost at the home stretch. And if you need some help navigating these pretty watery energies right now, you can send me a message and book a reading at cowgirlastrologer.com. Okay, you guys, hang in there. And the light is definitely at the end of the tunnel for you.